Welcome to the Survivor Fans Podcast. I'm Joanne.
And I'm Stacy. We're here with Sandra Diaz-Twine from Survivor Game Changers and two-time winner of Pearl Islands and Heroes vs. Villains.
Hi, Sandra. Thanks for speaking with us today.
No problem. My pleasure.
How did your family react when you told them that you were playing the game again?
I always say yes, like they're always excited, and the thing is just waiting for it to be on TV, like that's the longest wait ever. Like everyone's ready for it to start and to see it on TV. So my family's always excited, like, you know, they don't ever say anything bad like, no, don't go, mama, or baby, don't go, but you know, they're always behind me 100%.
Awesome.
How long did you have to prepare once you knew you were going to play again?
I never really prepare. Like, that's what's wrong, because a lot of times they don't give you, like, notice months in advance. It's pretty much like you're in the running, we haven't put the group together, and then last minute they're like, okay, you made the cut, but it's still not 100%. So it's not like I can go and then start working out and exercising like everyone else who's already physically fit and do it on a daily basis. You know, it's different for me.
What was your reaction when you first saw who the other returning players were?
There were some I recognized. There were others I didn't have a clue who they were, what their names were, or there were some that I was like, how are they a game changer? You know, always the same thing, you know, all that talking we do at the beginning, like, why is this person back, or who is that person? I've never seen that person before, and I watch all seasons of Survivor. So there was some like, oh, okay, I see why this person is back, and okay, that one I could potentially align with, or that one is dangerous, but let me give them a chance. So a lot of things go through your head.
Was there anyone you specifically did not want to play with?
Aubrey, or probably anyone from the Kerrang 4, and at that time, even Cerise.
Okay. How did the name Game Changers affect your game?
It didn't affect my game at all. The name really doesn't play for me. You know, it's just a theme, and then you go with it, but everyone's changing the game every day and making different kinds of moves. So just because it's called Game Changers, I don't know that we just stick to that and then constantly, you know, people are there to play. They only have 39 days to get this money. A lot of them, this is their second chance. A third is not promised. So either you bring it 100% or you go home with regret.
That's a great pep talk. Your new tribe looked like the strongest. Why do you think you lost that immunity challenge?
So from what I understand, they actually threw that challenge for two purposes: to get rid of me, and also to make sure that the other tribe, Mana, didn't go to tribal council, and then the four, which were Troyzan, Haley, Aubrey, and Michaela, wouldn't take out Culpepper, Sierra, and Cerise.
Why do you think they waited so long to give you your swimsuit?
I don't know. I didn't even get to wear it long enough. I needed that swimsuit since day one. Like, I had a horrible rash from my gray and pink bra. Like, it was horrible.
Explain to us why you decided to confess about eating the sugar at the previous tribal council.
I wasn't going to lose anything by it. I mean, Michaela wasn't affected by it. We actually told her, look, he's gunning for you, which she already knew. JT already had this thing for Michaela where he couldn't stand her. It was real obvious to everyone there. He didn't hide it. So it was more or less like, and then him just arguing over the sugar was just icing on the cake, to where it was like, Michaela, don't worry about what's being said at tribal council tonight. We're going to make him feel comfortable. You know, you're not going anywhere. You just have to play along. So that's just how it ended up happening.
Why were you so convinced there was no idol to play when Malcolm left?
I don't know. I didn't even remember even saying that. A lot of times I see stuff and do things on TV that I don't even remember doing, like even Haley coming up to me to talk about Culpepper. I really probably wasn't even listening to what she was actually saying. You know, I'm not used to people just wandering around tribal council and whispering and huddling up. You know, it was more like, don't worry about it, sit down, it's going to be okay, Haley. You know, you're not going anywhere, we're going to take care of you. So, you know, and then how could they, I mean, we wanted, the way we set up that tribal council was we were going to always target Culpepper, we were going to always target Ty. So if either one of them had an idol, they'd be so scared that they would play for themselves, but not for anybody else, until JT opened his mouth and said it's 100% Sierra, and then all of a sudden Ty gives her the idol. So it was never supposed to go down like that, because that's not how we had planned it. We spent hours planning this out, and it just couldn't, there was no way it could go wrong for 6 people going in 6 strong against 5, and then look what happened.
We want to get your take on some of your tribe mates and how they're playing the game. Let's start with Aubrey. What was going on between you two?
With me and Aubrey, not a lot. She was part of the Quran 4, and I actually targeted Aubrey from day one. And then when I ended up on this other tribe, I want Ty gone. But Aubrey, Malcolm was my number one, and now after the fact, I'm hearing that Aubrey was Malcolm's number one. Like, I told him everything, and he told her everything. So I'm guessing that's another reason why we just couldn't connect. But I never gave Aubrey the opportunity to get in with me. I didn't want to have nothing to do with her or anyone from the Quran 4. And Aubrey's very dangerous. She almost won her season. She was a tough competitor, very strategic player. So I didn't want to have anything to do with her. I wanted her out. I see her as a winner, although she did not win. She had that much potential.
And Michaela, how did you view her?
Michaela was just, the young girl out there, just a millennial, just like, she's coming off of millennials versus Gen X, and we saw how she was after the fact, but she was just a young person out there, not a lot of experience, I don't think, very pouty sometimes, and I would say, Michaela, fix your face, because, it's written all over your face that you're not having, none of this, or you don't like what's going on. Fix your face, because at the end of the day, you still gotta, stay in good with these people. But I never had issues with Michaela. She was just a young girl, I don't know, like maybe a mother figure to her. I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but it was just different with Michaela. She was just a young, like an apprentice, like she's just learning.
And Varner?
Oh, Varner's a sweetheart. That's my baby. That's my boo. He's a sweetie. Varner, in my eyes, he could do no wrong. He's always, he just makes you laugh. Everything he says, the conversations that we would have what we call church giggles. Like, we would just laugh about the dumbest things and just laugh for hours on end about just all kinds of stuff. Just when you want to go out there and the game already is so stressful, you want someone like Varner to keep you sane, to keep you happy, to deviate from the fact that you're out there starving and that, you're only 2 days into the game and you still got 37, 36 more days to go. So Varner's just one of those people where I don't see why anyone couldn't mesh well and gel well with Varner. He's a sweetie.
In terms of how well he played the game, how would you assess him?
I think he did a good job. He could have easily, all of us could have easily been voted out first or second. Look how many tribal councils we're having to go to. Mm-hmm. And anyone could have been voted off. And he still, no one is saying his name at all.
Who impressed you most on your new tribe?
Between Ozzy, Andrea, Sarah...
Yeah.
And Ty?
Yeah.
Probably Zeke.
Did you ever see anything at the challenges between Culpepper and Debbie that indicated there may have been a problem?
No, I didn't know about that meltdown till I seen it on TV.
What alliances did you try to make after the last shuffle?
I actually tried to make a solid 1-2 alliance with Ozzy, which he had agreed to, but he didn't stay true to his word. They told me that they were after Ty, so I kind of was hoping that I had gotten into that group and replaced Ty, and it just wasn't so. It was obvious that they were after me from the minute I landed on that tribe, so I don't think there was anything else I could have done, but my main alliance that I was trying to establish was with Ozzy.
What was your relationship with Ty before that last tribal council?
I really didn't have a relationship with Ty because I really didn't speak to Ty too much, only because it was hard for me sometimes to just even understand what he was saying.
It was awesome when you convinced Ty to tell you who he wanted to vote out. Tell us more about what happened after that and how they made him so confident that he voted for you and didn't play an idol.
Well, Zeke interjected and he was like, Ty, then who do you trust? Stick to the plan. And I think that was enough for Ty to say, I don't have to play my idol. Mind you, Ty was grabbing onto his pocket like he had a shell or a rock or an idol in his pocket the whole time. And the fact that he blatantly said, Ozzy needs to go because Ozzy's a physical threat in front of Ozzy, I was like, oh my God, that's all I needed to solidify what I told Ozzy. Like, these people love you now, but the minute that it's every man for himself, the merge is looming, they're going to come after you. But it still wasn't enough. But Zeke told Ty, stick to the plan, and it was obvious that they were going to come after me. But I still had hope because even Andrea was like, when we were looking for that fourth person, we were like, Ty, you need. Varner was telling him, Ty, we need one more person. still 3 people against 4. Andrew was like, I'll vote with you guys. I'll vote with you, Ty. So it was perfect that Ty told me he wanted to take Ozzy out. And if Ty had played his idol and convinced me and Varner, which we didn't, to vote out Ozzy, then I think Ozzy was afraid that if Ty played an idol, then Ozzy could potentially go home. So I want to believe that Ozzy was scared of Ty, point blank.
Was there anything else at that tribal council that we didn't get to see?
We're pretty much centered around me saying either they're telling me the truth about wanting to be with me in an alliance or they're lying to me. I mean, not in so many words was I going to allow Ty to know that they had been talking to me, but, you know, Ty got nervous, especially when Sarah said, you know, there's been a couple of names floating around, and Ty's like, wait a minute, I always only heard it was Sandra. So she kind of messed up right there, too. So it was just one of those tribal councils where you just can't believe that he's blatantly saying, hey, guys, Ozzy needs to go home. And, you know, they just kept him around. But that's okay. It'll bite somebody in the butt.
Did you feel that there was any one person that was calling the shots?
No, not at that time. Not at that time. It was pretty much a group effort. And that's the thing about Survivor. People always want to say, I control this vote and I control that vote. You're only one person. You need a group of people to vote with you to get somebody out. Now, no one person can do it alone unless they have immunity and everybody, you know, like, not have immunity, but play an idol, and everyone else is putting their votes on this one specific person. Then you still can control the vote. But no one person can control anything. So when the past survivors or future survivors say, I control this, that, and the third, no, you did.
Was there anything you wish had been shown about you on the show that didn't get aired?
There was a lot of things that happened out there that didn't make it on TV. Like me telling JT, you don't have to worry, no one's coming after you. Yeah, it looks like it's 5 versus 1, but we're actually going after Aubrey and not you. Or even that I made a fake idol and Troy's ended up keeping it when we swapped tribes, and he's the only one in his tribe with this fake idol that even knows about the idol or knows that I made that idol and it's fake, and then he ends up finding a real idol and keeping the clue. But, you know, there was a lot of things that didn't make it on, especially like maybe even Tony coming after me first. Before I even said Tony's name, Tony was already coming after me.
Okay. Did you ever get to eat any goat while you were there?
We did. After we let the mom and the baby goat go, the following day we ate a goat, yes.
Oh, wow. Who killed it?
I don't know if I'm supposed to answer that, but in the footage the following day, you can see that me, Aubrey, and Malcolm were eating like these big pieces of meat with these big bones in them, and I keep saying it's not chicken and it's not fish.
Okay. So they told you not to get the goat? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no. I'm just saying that we let the mom and the baby go the next day. We actually kept them overnight, and the mom wasn't eating the food. She wasn't drinking the water. She wasn't letting the baby nurse. And JT was the one saying that we had to eat the baby first because his meat was more tender, and that since the mom wasn't letting him nurse, if we killed the mama goat first, then the baby would still die. So all this stuff is coming from JT, who, you know, he has animals. He has a farm.
Right.
I don't know any of this, but they just catch me saying the wrong things at the wrong time, you know, and that was it. But yes, we had goats the following day.
Nice. Did you have any injuries while you were out there or health issues after you got back?
The day I got voted off, I actually had bruised up my knee really, really bad because when we were going to tribal council, the waves were really, really big, and my shoelaces from my sneakers got stuck on the little step to climb onto the boat, and I had my torch in my hand, so twice I'm trying to lift up my leg, but my strings are caught, and the waves are really, really big, like if the boat is going to land on you. And so Ozzy was like, Sandra, your laces are stuck. Let it loose. And both times when I tried to lift up my leg that I was stuck, I actually ran my knee into the motor of the boat. So I was really, really bruised up. And so when I went to Ponderosa, the doctor came to see me about my leg, but also I had a nasty rash on my chest and my stomach from my bathing suit. At that time, it was just my bra, my pink and gray bra, from it being so wet and the seam just giving me a rash really, really bad. So it was disgusting, actually. It took months to get away, to just have it heal and disappear.
So, Sandra, tell us what Survivor has meant to you and how it has changed your life.
I'm pretty much the same person, except, you know, the money aspect of it is what really has changed my life because, you know, when you used to go from paycheck to paycheck to interest check, it's a different story. I still work. I still, I've always worked. I've never quit working. And, I live a very comfortable but regular, normal life. Like, people that really, really know me know that I coupon, I shop bargains, I go, I'm always in the clearance racks. Like, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, when I look back on it 10, 20, 30 years, I'll still have bulk of my money. Where some people, they want to live this fast life, and we call it, I don't know if I could say this, but it's a term where you want to above your hole. Like, you want to pretend to be something you're not. And a lot of times the rich tend to want to live like the poor, but the poor are always trying to live like the rich. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty normal across the board. I don't splurge. I don't spend, Even if I'm going to Burger King, I'm trying to look for a coupon. Get a Whopper, buy one, get one free. I don't care.
I hear you.
What's next for you?
Maybe another season of Survivor.
Well, Sandra, thank you for sharing with us today, and good luck to you and your family.
Thank you very much, and you have a wonderful day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.